Pavement sealers are a liquid product at room temperature, and they're applied much like paints are, where they're either sprayed on, they can be brushed on, or used with a squeegee. And it's a water-based emulsion, so basically the water is carrying the materials that are going to eventually form the film on the ground. So to form that film, you have to have the water removed from the system. So that's basically your drying part of the process. Now, as the sealer is drying, eventually at some point, you can actually, you can touch it and it won't transfer to your finger. So it's actually dry to the touch. You could probably even walk on it, but it's not necessarily cured. So there's a difference between drying and curing. Sometimes it's used interchangeably, but they're not the same thing. While a pavement sealer is still drying, not quite cured yet, it can be susceptible to what we call re-emulsion. So like for instance, if it rains or if sprinklers came on, it got wet somehow, it could make, it can basically turn it back into a liquid and wash it away. So even though it feels dry, it's not necessarily set yet. So just to illustrate the difference between drying and curing, we coated this panel a little bit earlier today. So it's actually, if you can see, it's dry. It's not coming off of my fingers or anything like that. But if I take this and I go across the panel, you can see that it easily tears a hole in that film. So I can actually, it's smudged, so it actually wears away. So it's dry enough to the point where it doesn't come off of my hands. If this was on the ground, I could walk on this and it's not going to transfer. But if I had a car drive over it, there's a good chance that it might just pull up the coating like that. So now this one has been sitting a little bit longer. This is probably about a week or so. If I try to do the same, the coating doesn't come off at all. So that's the difference between drying and curing.